to Brojo Builds, and in the last video, the last video that we filmed when we were at the track, you saw that my Suburban decided to, or at least the engine decided to, no longer be with us. So that had left me in a semi of a pickle because I need a vehicle, or I need my transportation to get back and forth work, as well as, a vehicle to bring cars to the racetrack, right? I can't go racing without a good tow vehicle, even though I do have other options for that, but I still need a transportory vehicle. So luckily I have this. This is a 5.3, so I have a 6-liter that's pulling apart here, another one here. These 6-liters did not look that healthy inside. But so far this 5.3 that I got looks actually really good. I don't want to jinx myself. I popped the valve covers off. It looks like the heads were done at some point. So it looks promising. What I'm going to do is, pull the heads off and check the top end of the motor, pop the pan down, check the bottom end. If everything looks good from there, we're going to clean everything up and we're going to send it. So this video is, I'm not step by step. I don't got time like that for this, especially for this one. But just, go through it and see where we're at when we're at the end of this. All right, at this point, we vacuumed over the top, and then now we're gonna pull the rockers out, and I'm just gonna lay things in this little tray and keep it somewhere in order. Then I'll examine everything later. Everything looked perfectly clean at top, but look at all that. Hold on, let me turn the light on. Oh my God. Come on. And this is why I decided to pull the heads off, to make sure that, look at this. This motor is gonna be perfectly fine. It's just all this gunk would have been in the motor while it would have fired up, and that would not have been good. I think this definitely would not have been good. So I'm gonna clean this side up and then move on to the net side, and then we keep checking everything. Check all the lifters, and I can't trust anything at this point because I'll be a pedestrian still. So we got one cylinder that I'm just gonna run the ball hone in. The rest of the cylinders look good. And then by looking closer, it has 30 over pistons. And I found a tag on the side of the block. So this is a rebuilder's tag from 2016. At the end of 2016, 2017. So yeah, hopefully this block is gonna be good on the bottom. I'll check some bearings, make sure while I'm here, and then we'll just razor blade rebuild. I'll have to definitely hone this hole out though, and then I'll just clean the hole and then reuse the rings as long as the rings are not gacked. The good news, engine was rebuilt. The bad news, they didn't really maintain this thing at all after the rebuild. Just for a motor that's not that old, it definitely wasn't treated right. You look inside the pan, you see all the gunk build up. There's no bearing material, but it's definitely not the cleanest motor I've taken apart. It looks like they, especially for a motor that probably doesn't have that many miles, wasn't really well maintained. So I'm definitely gonna have to check a few bearings here. Well, thank God I took the oil pump off, and this timing chain is cooked. Who would have thought that a brand new motor would have a timing chain that's this bad? So this year they didn't have a tensioner. I think only the 1 bolt ones. I'm not fully versed on LS world, but I think the 1 bolt cam motors from the factory had a tensioner, and this one didn't. But I mean, like, that's pretty spanked. I don't know if this is the original chain or they just cheaped out on a chain, but yeah, it's one of those thank God I got a timing chain coming type moments, because that's bad. As the rest of the motor, I'm gonna pop all the bearings while I'm here and see what we got. I'm not gonna pull all the pistons out, only the one with the bad hole, but I'm gonna check the bearings on each one though, make sure we've come too far to have a mishap at this point. And then I'm not gonna pull the mains. I'm just gonna pray that God has a little favor on my life. All right, looking at all the cam bearings. All the cam bearings look bueno, and we did a quick little hone. The ring was a little stuck, unstuck it, and put it back together. So now we just wait for some gaskets, and we'll put her back together. Well, I got my father here with me too now. So that ends this episode. So like, share, and subscribe, and ring the bell. Look at that. As the old man puts a cam in.